Hey guys, what's going on? Welcome back to the channel. Star Agent Starco Gaming here, back with another Marvel Future Fighter video, guys. Well, finally we just got our 6 stars as Selector from the 50th anniversary event, and today we're going to talk about which are the best characters to select with this 6-star selector, so you guys can avoid making mistakes as much as possible, especially for new players or people who don't have a big roster. It's very important to make a good choice right now so you can actually progress further faster into your game, definitely. And yes guys, it has finally arrived. While the moment I was doing this video, it just arrived, which was about an hour and a half after it was supposed to be in our inbox. So we did have a lot of complaint on the forums. That was pretty funny. I make a joke on the forums that they decided to remove all the selectors from the game since people were complaining about the tier 3 selectors, and a lot of people, not a lot of people, but a few people were like, are you serious? Are you serious? It's pretty funny. That was hilarious actually. But anyway guys, let's cut this this story short, and let's jump in. What are the best characters to select with this selector? We're not really gonna make an order because they are all solid characters we're gonna talk about, but definitely those characters are the best one to actually recruit. So sorry guys, we jump in there, we press on the tier 6-star selector, and can see the list of all the characters available here. You can see that at the bottom here, all of the characters are not really good characters, not really worth. Getting Shannon Rogers is free tier 2 now, so we don't have to worry about 6-star selector on her. So we move up here to until we actually find the first one we can actually recommend, and there we go. We have the first one. Shuri will be in that list. Definitely she is. If you don't have her, if you did not pick her from a 6-star selector when you first started the game, she is definitely the best free-to-play support character to pick with this 6-star selector, with uniform or without uniform. Without uniform, I think she brings 35% damage increase to super villain type characters, if I'm not mistaken, and with uniform is 45% damage increase to super villain type characters when you get her to tier 2. So definitely she is a very important support to get, especially at free-to-play players where you don't get a lot of support characters. You pretty much have Coulson, you have Shuri, and that is pretty much it as you get as free-to-play player. So I mean, you know, without spending crystal or anything like that. So it's very important that you focus on the one you can get for free-to-play. So if you don't have Shuri, she is a very important one to get. Next one we're gonna put on the list is Minerva. Minerva, she's starting to be a old character, but she is still a very usable character. Definitely with or without uniform, she's going to be able to do, you know, your wall boss ultimate up to stage 50, at least up to stage 50. She's going to be useful in Alliance Battle Extreme. Without or with uniform, she's going to be useful in Shadowlands. She's actually quite amazing in Shadowlands, so definitely a character that is worth investing in it. Definitely guys, if you don't have her. Next you have Morgan Le Fay. I always want to call her Enchantress because she looks like Enchantress from DC Unchained, but Morgan Le Fay as a new player, she's very important because not only she's going to be able to perform well in PvE, she is universal, she is a super villain character. Super villain characters are very important, but also she can actually get some work done in early PvP, which is very important when you're actually starting in the game. So Morgan Le Fay is definitely a very solid character to use your 6-star selector on. Next we have this guy, Molten Man. Molten Man is a monster, not just by the look of him, but actually DPS monster in the game too. Very strong in Shadowland, very strong in Alliance Battle Extreme, will get you 100,000 points. Very easy on both, no restriction in combat. Super villain is not the meta for there, but still very strong. And he's going to be able to help you a lot really early in the game. So he is definitely a character's worth investing in him early on in the game. Now the next character, we're gonna go back to something like more endgame game, a little bit like Shuri was. And the next character is Dr. Voodoo. Dr. Voodoo is an awesome character, guys. By himself, he can actually get a very solid job done in both World Boss Ultimate and Shadowland. But where he really shines is as a leadership. His leadership increase the debuff you apply to the enemy teams pretty much. And in World Boss Ultimate, with some characters, it kind of allow you to get a 100% defense down the World Boss Ultimate and be able to clear those World Boss Ultimates so easy, like Lady Deadpool, you have Sentinel and Nimrod, and you have Mystic. You have a few characters that if you use Voodoo lead, they will be able to put that 100% defense down on the target and pretty much removing all defense from the World Boss Ultimate and making it very easy to achieve clear. So this guy is a good starter character because he's going to be able to get everything done for you really early in the game. And for endgame, for World Boss Ultimate endgame, he is pretty much mandatory in my personal opinion. And also as a striker, if you only have him at 6 stars, it will also apply CC as a strikers, which is very useful, definitely. Now if we move along with the list here, the next one on the list is going to be War Tiger. War Tiger is a monster. He can actually solo GBR master mode, very strong in Shadowland, amazing in the World Boss Ultimate for a free-to-play character, very solid. So those are all things that this character can achieve, so definitely worth investing in him if you're looking for good free-to-play characters that is not farmable. Because again guys, when you're using a tier 1 6-star selector, is about characters that you cannot farm. You don't want to pick a character that you can farm because it's useless. It's too easy to get that character already. You want to get characters that you have to use stuff like Shadowland biometrics or stuff like that to actually recruit the character. If you can do it, definitely. Next one on the list, guys. Here we're gonna skip Shadow Shell because Shadow Shell is actually, you pretty much get her at 6 stars just from doing the Shield Academy, so you don't want to use it on her. The next one on my list will be what's her name? I forgot her name. Oh, Viper. It's right in my face. Viper is actually one of the strongest free-to-play speed character in the game. Definitely worth investing in her. She can do very solid work done in Shadowland. Alan's Battle Extreme, if you don't have, you know, the metas, definitely, or just to get 100,000 points, she's gonna do that easy. She is actually pretty solid in the World Boss Ultimate too. We do have video about that on the channel. She's PvP, I'm not sure. I haven't tested her in PvP, but definitely PvE she is a very solid character to actually get if you're looking for a strong character. Next, guys, we have Taskmaster. Taskmaster, as for now, is a very strong character, but we are expecting him to get a uniform next week. Actually, next week. So definitely is going to get a lot stronger. He has one of the best support ability in the game, where all the Weapon Master gets a huge buff in a bunch of stuff. I don't remember exactly everything that buff actually buff, but yes, he is a great support character in the game. Characters that have Weapon Master and need the support for stuff in the World Boss Ultimate, it's a very useful. He is solid in the World Boss Ultimate. He is solid in while Combat Villain can do your 100,000 point Alan's Battle Extreme. He is solid in Shadowland, and when he gets a uniform and maybe a tier 2.5 advancement or tier 3 advancement, we don't know yet, but definitely this guy is going to get a lot stronger with the next update, in my personal opinion. I will be really upset if this guy did not get a uniform with the next update. And he's a fan favorite. He's a character very important to the movie of Black Widow, since the next update is still team on the Black Widow update. There is no way this guy is not getting a uniform, so he is definitely one of the top pick for this 6-star selector, in my opinion. And I know this, I said I was not gonna be a ranking, but this guy is definitely the #1 on my list. This is probably the strongest character, one of the strongest characters as available through the 6-star selector, in my opinion. Especially, well, once you get his uniform, obviously, but even without uniform, he is a very, very, very solid, and really help you really early when you're actually starting a new account or coming back to the game, or you don't have a lot tier 2. This guy is going to help you a lot. He has his own defense down in his skills. He has amazing damage. He is OP in Shadowlands, so he will definitely help you a lot. So this character will definitely be my #1 choice. Basically, #1, #2 choice here, and 3. So let's say my top 3 here choices here will be #1 will be Human Torch, #2 Taskmaster, and #3 Shuri. That will be my top 3 in all the characters we just check. Obviously, there is more characters you could go with: Gorilla Man, Sword Master, Hydro Man, Korat, Ting, Iron Armor, Euless Claw. They are all good characters, but they are not, in my opinion, as good as the other characters I mentioned. And also, Euless Claw can actually be brought into the support list of the characters, so it's also a characters we could actually add to this list because of his tier 2, well, tier 1 passive that become applied to all allies on you reach it until he reaches tier 2, which had 30% critical damage to your team. That can actually be very, very solid support early on in the game, definitely. So he could be a part of that list too, but I want to keep him out of that list. So like I said, guys, my top 3: Human Torch #1, Taskmaster #2, and Shuri #3, and all the rest are all that I mentioned in this video are all very, very solid picks. So guys, let me know in the comment section which characters you decide to go with, and let me know if this video was helpful in any ways. And also, guys, if you have any question about a decision you're trying to make, or what characters could actually do for you, make sure to drop your question in the comment section, guys, and I will get back to you as soon as possible. So guys, thank you for watching this video. Don't forget to subscribe to the channel and drop a like on this video, and on that, I will see you next time.